you're prepared to break the silence, I'll be out in the sunshine, running beside the lions. I've been feeling down, but I've been looking up, afraid to fall. God, I've been so down, can you pick me up? Don't let me fall. Can you show me how to fix this mess? I am down and on my knees and I may fall as I'm so close to the end.
How are we all? Welcome back to Turf Moor House TV. And well, let's say I've got a Burnley mug. Maybe in preparation. We are Premier League, it says. Not to be hasty, I have had this for a few years. I had just gone out and bought it on a whim. But no, who knows? Who knows? Quarter finalists of the Cup as well. And well, we all knew it were going to be bloody City, weren't it? 4 years out of 5 that we've drawn them away. And yeah, it just seems they always want to give us a 5-0 drubbing. However, we shall see. Nothing's guaranteed at the Etihad this season, as we've seen. If you've still been keeping an eye on the Premier League, that way, yeah, all should be good. Let's hope that these players play with no fear. Hard-fought victory over Fleetwood last night. They made it very, very difficult for us. Very difficult. In fact, it was a lot harder with 10 men. For me, I think the sending off was a little bit. I can understand why he got sent off, but then I can also. I mean, I don't know. There's a bit of yes and no whether it should have been a red or not. I think it's the fact that his foot was high initially. It's a red card, isn't it? So can't complain. And we got the job done. Connor Roberts scoring the winner on St David's Day as well. Would you believe? So a Welshman bagging on St David's Day. I bet he's had a top-notch day yesterday. However, to complete the filed course, we have to take on Blackpool this weekend. And yeah, tricky games. As you all know, I've all said to you that, you know, we've faced Millwall, we've faced Luton, we've faced Watford. These are the games that are the toughest. The Huddersfields, the Blackpools, the Wigans, and things like that are coming up because they are scrapping. They are scrapping to get everything. Lee might have a different say on that when we bring him in, I'm sure. But looking forward to it anyway and having a good chat. If you could as well, please, people, if you so could, really would appreciate it if you could drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and hit that notification bell to be notified when we next go live. We are also all over social media. We are a little bit of a social media whore when it comes to it. But you can find us all over the shop. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, you name it, we are on it. I'll bring Lee in just a moment. Thank you very much to everyone listening on the podcast platforms. I'm sure we'll be bleeding your ears right about now as well if you're listening. So please do come along and yeah, enjoy not having to see the face if you're listening to us. That's the main thing. That said, here's where you can find us on socials, and then we'll get Lee on the podcast. Hey, I tell you, has Jane had a shave?
Honestly, you're talking absolute crap.
No offense, Jane.
Honestly, what you like? Honestly, I've listened to your preview. Battling teams at the bottom of the division, you're having a laugh. We have got no battle in us. You know, when you normally go to matches and you say, oh, God, you know, we're playing bottom of the league. They're going to be battling. They're going to be hard to be beat. That is not Blackpool, is it, Tigger? No, it's not Blackpool at all. We are
Ooh.
diabolically bad. It's somebody's put in there, I think, 5-0 or something. What do you reckon, Tigger? 5-0? Yeah, 5-0 to Burnley. So there we are. Yeah. So that's it. We're shit, and we know we are. It's behind there. We're going down with the Wigan. We're going down with the Wigan. Down with the Wigan. We're going down. Looking forward to it. I've not been to Exeter, so that'll be a new one for me. And
Yeah, some more for the football tourist guide, I suppose.
For God's sake, yeah. So we're really looking forward to it. So yeah, it's brilliant. Thanks for having me on. See you later. Thanks. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the game, everyone.
I mean, Lee, thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it. I know, obviously, it's tough for teams down there as well. I mean, being a fan of Blackpool, when the summer was so strong, you brought in a starlet that Arsenal thought was, I think is a player of the future. Yeah. It's just, you've gone through managerial changes. And I know this period of adaptation within clubs, but do you think it's just all been a bit like there's been too much chop and change?
Yeah, we never really recovered from Critch, to be honest. That's been the thing, really. We've never recovered from him leaving, and bad appointment in Michael Appleton, which unfortunately didn't go down well. It didn't go down well with the fans. It divided the fans, and one of the things about Blackpool is we are little Blackpool. We are little, and we only get 10, 11,000 in at the most. We can only get that many home fans in at the moment, with the fact that we've only got, we haven't got a full stand on one side. So we don't get many in, but we make a lot of noise, and that makes us a little bit bigger than the little Blackpool that we are, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But we weren't having that because the North Stand were not happy with Appleton. They weren't singing and they weren't making loads of noise, and without the noise, we're just little Blackpool, and that's where we are. And we've had a terrible season for injuries to real key players. We've had 10 red cards, including the one at Burnley. Well, actually, we got 2 at Burnley.
Well, yeah,
because they gave Gary Medine one retrospectively. So. And it was harsh, it was harsh. We played Watford away, and CJ Hamilton got absolutely taken down, beat the player, taken down on the wing in their half. Nothing against us. Red card against you, in your half. We took the player down. Yeah, okay, he caught him, but it wasn't a red card. You know what I mean? It was a disgrace. And it's been like that all season. Diabolical red cards.
I won't get you started on the Sheffield United game then.
No, don't get me started on that. We never really recovered from that. We beat Preston 4-2. We were flying. We went to Sheffield, United, and we came back from 2-0 down to be leading 3-2, and they were just, I said to Jane, they're going to get a man sent off here, Sheffield United. The Reds had gone. They couldn't cope with the fact we come back from 3-2, and then we get a man sent off, then we get another man sent off, and then we get a third man sent off after the game finishes in a big, massive fight at the end where Lavery got sent off for being basically attacked on the pitch. And so it's just been one of them seasons. Everybody was happy when Michael Appleton got the push, but Mick McCarthy hasn't done any. In fact, I'd actually say we're playing worse now with Mick McCarthy than we were with Michael Appleton. So he's done nothing. So be an easy 3 points for you on Saturday, but it's a free hit. We're expected to lose, so just maybe, we might.
Who knows? Who knows? I mean, Fleetwood held us out till 3 minutes from the end, and they came in with no point to prove. We were the ones that had it all to do. And I know it's not a cup competition; it's a league game, and teams are equal. But when it comes to playing that 90 minutes, it's anybody's game, and it's just how they play on the day. I must say as well, Lee, I am very apologetic because I have not asked you so far, but you obviously do a lot of stuff for Blackpool, not just Blackpool Football Club, but a lot of stuff in the community as well. But tell people where they can follow you and your stuff.
You can follow me, Lee, at Lee Charles TV. We're Lee Charles TV on YouTube, Blackpool Fan Channel. If you just search for Blackpool Fan Channel, you'll find us. We're at Lee Charles TV on Twitter. We're at Lee Charles TV 2 on Instagram because somebody hacked the account and decided to send a massive email campaign out for this prize or something that went out to every single one, and Instagram banned the account, and I can't get it back. You know, nothing to do with me, but anyway. Where else are we? What else is there? Facebook, Lee Charles TV. We're everywhere, Lee. Just Lee Charles TV. That's it. If you just put that in and come up, throw it up. So that's it, yeah.
No, I appreciate it. And the links to the Twitter, YouTube channel, and Instagram account are all in the description of this video. So people, please do go ahead there.
Sympathy, sort. Don't we? That's what we want. A bit of sympathy, don't we? That's it. Yeah.
To be fair, I'm not even at the game. I'm not even at the game tomorrow. I mean, tickets sold out ridiculously quick. It's amazing how we get a crowd at Turf Moor of only 15,000 against Fleetwood with a chance to get into the quarterfinals of a cup. But yet everyone wants to go to Blackpool after 9 minutes. That's what infuriates me about ticket sales and fans. As soon as games come about like a Lancashire derby, they're on it like no tomorrow. But as soon as, you know, it infuriates me. But that's a show for another day. Let's have a look at some of the comments then while we're here. Starting from up at the top. Henry's in nice and early. Says, yo, Dan, how's ye, Dan? Oh, we're going with pirate talk. I like it. I'm not 3 bad, me hearty, if that's what you want to go. What am I doing? I can't even blame it on drink. I haven't had one. Burlington Lad Dazin says, greetings to yourself, but hope you're well, Henry, anyway. Johnny's in and says, Dan, don't need to do a preview. We know how the game's going to end up. 5-0. Can't guarantee. Just hope so. What do you think Burnley vs City is going to be like? I'm worried and excited because I don't know how it's going to be. Because it's going to be a case of we need to play the game, not the occasion. Because it's going to all be about companies return to the Etihad and, you know, pals with Pep. And this is where it's sort of a bit of a Mr. Miyagi situation.
That can be a good thing, Dan. That can be a good thing. You know, old players come back to haunt you. You know, we all know that. Yeah. So maybe they're worrying about company coming back. And he's done a good job, hasn't he? You know, from somebody who, you know, you didn't really know at the start of the season how it was going to go. You were all, you know, you lost Sean Dyche and, you know, you knew he would get you back and you're all, but he's done a great job, hasn't he? What do you think of
fantastic.
What do you think of the football there compared to Sean Dyche? Is there a difference?
I could sit and watch it all day. I mean,
what's good about it?
Everything, just the link-up play, the one-touch stuff, the fact that we're utilising space, we're creating space, we're opening little pockets up for ourselves.
We're going to get hammered.
You know, it's been possession-based football. We're playing it out from the back instead of just having a keeper who pumps it forward and hopes for the best.
That's us. We create no space, do we? No space. No space. We have a keeper that pumps it out. Yeah, that's us. You just sound like everything that we are is what you don't want to be.
No.
So it's looking bad.
Hey, but that, to be fair, like I say, Fleetwood came yesterday and they stuck 11 men behind the ball, and it seemed to work. To a degree. They had to do all the hard stuff, but I don't know. Mick McCarthy was there, according to somebody I know who was in the Bob Lutto stand in the. He was there. Maybe just, I don't know, taking some pointers or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Fit you on better.
We'll see. I can see Tigger's been on a scouting mission. He's still got his binoculars on, so.
He's been following. Yes. You went to watch Fleetwood last night, did you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fleetwood. Yeah. He was there. What do you think about Burnley? Tough game. Yeah.
It's better to say nothing, Tigger. If you got no nice to say, don't say after at all.
He reckons you're good. They reckons you're very good.
We've not done too bad. Everyone says, just came in to say hi. I'm doing the rounds while eating dinner. Enjoy your dinner, and thank you very much. Luke's in, says, good evening, young sir. I've always loved Blackpool as well as Forest, and then always comes in saying he loves Burnley. Now, Luke, I had a point to put, a bone to pick with you, shall we say, because I saw your Instagram story saying, for fuck's sake, Burnley, why I am fed up of seeing you winning in the FA Cup or something like that. Oh. And I just thought, you're in here, in a Burnley chat, and also saying that. I just wanted to sort of get your gist on why that were. Is it a bit of bitterness because Forest aren't in?
Ban him from the channel. That's it. Block him.
Yeah. Get rid. Johnny said it's always bloody City though. Spoke to a Burnley fan on Fleetwood game and said we're going to get City guarantee, and we did. Yep, we surely did. Out of all the other 7 teams that got through, it had to be, didn't it? BTID says terrible last night getting in the ground. Callum's in. He says Yoli coming on, son. I cannot. I feel ill. No problem. Yeah, because Callum said he were going to come on as well, but he's not feeling too clever. But he's a Blackpool fan as well. Johnny says surprised Bayer didn't get a yellow or a red for the handball. Yeah, same. He did handball it. Ball came over and he was pushed in the back by one of the Fleetwood players. And as he's been pushed, he's gone like this with his arms and he's palmed the ball down without we're trying to go over his head. But just one of those. Way to go on progressing to the quarters of the FA Cup. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. We'll beat you, boy, Callum says. Yes, Lee. Johnny says it's Johnny Leo, if you didn't know. I did. Of course I did. Nobody else could be so up there with themselves and call themselves Johnny the Great, could they? Come on, let's think about that. Callum says, no, Lee, we are staying up. Say we are staying up. I mean, I'm going to... Callum, get in touch with Lee. He'll send you his address and you can send him whatever you are taking for this sort of optimism. Please send it in bulk to Lee Charles TV. I'm sure he would love it.
We're not at the moment. We're not. We need a miracle. We need an absolute miracle if we're going to stay up. We just honestly, we are going downside. Like, you know, you wouldn't believe just everything about us, the way that games go, the way that goals go against us, the look, you know, and we were playing well, you know, probably 3 months ago and losing. Now we're playing bad and losing. And that's exactly where you don't want to be. You know what I mean? You know, we've gone from playing good to playing terrible. And there you go. We are where we are. You know, we've got well, Jerry Yates is injured, Shane Lavery is injured, Bees is injured. So that's 3 of our 4 strikers are out.
Wow.
So yeah, so we're scratching around. You know, we don't even have any strikers. It's honestly, you'll never have an easier win in your life than you will.
To be fair, Fleetwood didn't have any strikers yesterday. I think they played a winger up top, and well, he ended up getting sent off. But you know, each to their own. BTID says I've been to Exeter. In fact, was going there one year and it got postponed on the way down. We was at Worcester. Yeah, bit bad that. I'll never get over the fact of travelling to Plymouth at 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Did an all-nighter the night before, never slept. We got beat 2-0. I ripped my brand new coat. I had mud all down my jeans because we started playing football with some Plymouth lads outside the stadium, and I completely forgot where I was. And they shouted "last goal wins" before going up game, and I slid in for a winner, and then ended up going up game covered in mud and a new rip in my coat. So yeah, good day out. A memorable one, shall we say, but not one that I look back on fondly. Nate says, evening Dan. Claret One says, evening folks. Johnny says, don't call Blackpool a derby, really. To be fair, I didn't see it as one, really. I mean, because we played in a friendly just literally the season before. But, you know, that 3-3 really did spice things up a little bit. There were a good bit of banter between the supporters that day. And who knows, Lee?
It's only not a derby because, you know, we've been apart for so many years, but back in the days when we were both in, you know, League One and League Two, they were mega derbies. You know what I mean? It's big Lancashire derbies.
Yeah,
it's not our derby. It's not your derby. I mean, your main derby is obviously the, you know, Blackburn Rovers, and ours is Preston. But it's still a derby. It's a local derby. It's just not the main derby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, totally agree. It's another Lancashire team to play, isn't it? Sam says, top of the league too. Yeah. I like that. I like what you did there. See what you did. Within a matter of minutes, Callum is feeling better. I'll just leave it as it is, Callum, and that way it's just easier. But Luke says here, how's Josh Bowler been since returning, Lee?
Not the same player he was when he left us, to be honest. And I just feel that going to Greece, not getting any game time, not playing any games for a few months has just kind of ruined him, and he's trying to do everything and he can't. You know what I mean? The team around him here, you know, he's come back to a poor team, so he's just looking poor in a poor side, and you know that's what we are at the moment. So no, he's looking terrible. You can sell him to us for a tenner. at the moment. He's not good enough for Premier League. Definitely not. You won't be.
I mean,
he won't be featuring the way he's playing. He's just not good.
I mean, Mick McCarthy coming in. What did you make of that appointment?
I kind of hoped. I hoped. My dad liked Mick McCarthy. I said this when he came on. My dad was a big fan of him, and he had a bit of sense of humor. But I just don't think that the players are buying into it. I think the players have had too many changes, too many managers. I don't think they believe in the way that we're playing. I don't think he's had time to really figure out what our strengths are, and I don't know. I just don't think any manager could have done any good with Blackpool, because we just got too many injuries, too many key players out. We keep going with Patino and Carey in midfield, 2 kids, which we've done since the start of the season. Doesn't work. It's not worked since we played Stoke at the start of the season. So. No, it's all grim here. I can't give you any. I can't give if Blackpool fans are watching this, I can't give you any hope because I don't have much hope, if I'm being honest. That's the way it feels at the moment. So.
No, I mean, as you said there, you've won one of your last 17 league games, which was a 1-0 home win over Stoke in your last home match.
Hanging on for like 25 minutes with 5 across the back. It's just garbage. It's just absolutely garbage. If we get a goal, that's what we'll do.
Consecutive home league games since March last year.
Miracle, I don't know about some miracle. I don't know. We kick off from the start and we launch a 60-yard rocket or something. It goes in the top corner and the keeper's fallen over or something, and it goes in miraculously. Then we'll put 10 across the back and you'll just attack us, and that's it. We'll just hold on because that's all we can do. Because apart from that, that's all we can do. That's it. Hopefully, get a scabby goal and hold on.
I mean, are you resigned to relegation now, or is there still something 100%. In you that believes there is a small slimmer?
No, there is no
hope.
Forget hope. I'm sick of hoping. There's no chance, absolutely no chance of Blackpool staying up. I tell you, it's just there is no hope. It's the worst I've seen. If you do,
I said there'll be a big party in Blackpool if you do.
Yeah, there will be a massive party if we stay up. I mean, it's never over till it's over. There's always a chance, but we've been saying this for week after week after week after week after week, and they just keep letting us down, and they play worse and worse week on week. So
Callum says there, Lee, remember, Burnley get battered everywhere they go. Not this season, Callum. No,
that's a load of what load of garbage that is, isn't it?
Maybe last season in the Prem.
Look at the table. Burnley getting battered everywhere they go. It's the most stupid chant ever. I actually hate that chant. It's just garbage, isn't it? Who gets battered everywhere they go? Nobody does, do they? Nobody. Really? You don't get battered everywhere you go. You don't get battered most places you go. It's just stupid. It's just one of those stupid chants that just irritates me to death, to be honest. Anyway.
Colin's in the chat, who obviously lives in the Far Course. Hope you're well, Colin. It was good to meet you against Huddersfield. Outside the cricket club as well, so it'll be a home game for me with living in the Fylde. So not far to travel for you then, which means you won't get done as much if you stay out a bit longer and have a pint afterwards, or 10, depends what you feel. Simon says, someone get this lad a brew and a man hug. Sounds well depressed. I mean, I can understand.
I'm not depressed.
You probably feel low, but
it's just crap at the moment. It's just being real. I'm just accepting the fact we're going down. It's
what's it been like though, from like a YouTube vlogger's perspective?
Awful, absolutely awful. It's even worse than
you've got to go there and try and provide content, aren't you? You're trying to put content out for Blackpool fans, and at the moment you're not enjoying it. But you've got, you feel like that's got to be your.
I have to relive it. I have to make a video which takes about 8 hours. I've got to watch all the shit all over again. Show their goals, whatever I've got, and show us losing, and try and be sort of positive. And it's just, we keep going. It's costing us like a fortune to go to every game. And we're doing football tourist guides and all the rest of it. We're having some nice times in the place we've gone. I've just put up the football tourist guide to Middlesbrough, which most people say don't go to Middlesbrough. It was ace. We had a fantastic time on the last day. We'd had a walk around Middlesbrough, gone to this like museum on the day before, but then we were driving somewhere else on the Saturday, and I said, we haven't even been here. It's just like a main street here. How have we missed this? This is, there's all these nice buildings. I said, oh, we'll have to come back and film this because we've not done, we've not even been on the main sort of street. We've been in the wrong place. So we came back and we were looking at this. There was a theatre called the Empire Theatre. I don't know if you've ever been there. It's a beautiful building, but it's I don't know, there's some problem with it, with druggies and stuff inside or something, but it's beautiful. And then next to it, there's this, like, I couldn't figure out it's a church or something, but it was their town hall. And we went in this door just to have a look what it was. And we walked in, I thought, wow, this looks amazing. And there's a little guy sat down and, obviously saw me camera. I said, oh, from Blackpool, we're filming a football tourist guide. What's it all about? He said, oh, I'll show you all around. So we went down underneath where the cells were, the old cells. And there was all this thing. And then he took us in the old courtroom and took us there. And then when we arrived, there was a band arriving who were just about to film a video. I was like, this is unbelievable. Wow. So then we went up into this, like, big, massive, like, hall they have, for concerts. It's about 4,000 in there. And they're on the stage setting up. And I got up and filmed all them. They were a punk ska band called the Guillotine. So they're on there. And honestly, it was the most amazing day. We went to a place. Jane wanted a Parmo. Have you ever heard of Parmo?
Yeah. Like Middlesbrough's finest.
Yeah, it is. So we went and had one of those, and then there was a place where they've got seals. They've actually got seals in Middlesbrough that come into the estuary sort of thing from the sea. Right. It's called Seal Sands. So we went filming there. Then I got my zoom out, and I managed to get really close on these seals. They're amazing. I was like, wow, it's like David Attenborough. And they all saw me. I was miles away. Honestly, I was miles away. I picked my head over this little ridge. I climbed up over it, and just my head in. They were all looking over. I'm like, I've got them on a Zoom, you know what I mean? And they're all looking over at me. I'm thinking, how can they see me from here? I'm trying to be like David, speaking very, very quietly to the microphone and everything. But no, they saw me, and no, it was magic. Honestly, it's a great video. We had a night out in Stockton.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, in Stockton, right? We went to Stockton because they've got a thing called the Stockton Flyer, which is on the hour. This thing comes out of that. Have you seen it? It's like a steam train sort of thing that comes up onto a big plinth. And so we went to see the Stockton Flyer, and we parked in Middlesbrough on a car park, and it was free. You went to the council car park, pressed the button, and it gave you a ticket that said free, and you put it free to park.
Happy days.
I mean, where'd you go? No, I went to Nottingham. We went to Nottingham Castle. We were in Nottingham Castle for about 4 hours. Come back, 17 quid. 17 pounds to park. It was
I remember
ridiculous.
we went to where have we gone? Oh, we've gone to Bognor Regis for a weekend.
Yeah.
And we took the kids during the school holidays and stuff. Summer holidays. And Kate said to me, let's go into Brighton for the day. It's about an hour and a half drive. Let's go. So I said, all right, not a problem. So we went in on my birthday because we were down there for my birthday weekend. So we'll go on your birthday. We'll go and have something to eat in Brighton or something. So it was me, her, and the kids. We parked the car up. We were there, 2-3 hours? Went back to the car. Put the token in to pay, and it was £37, something like that.
That's it.
And I just remember Kate turning round after putting the token in and looking at me, coming back to the car, face red as if to say, like, I'm fuming.
That really feels like you've been ripped off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It feels like you're ripped off, and I can't stand that. So obviously, if you go to Middlesbrough, and you do stay over, Stockton at the moment is totally free to park. So it's great. Most people say don't go to Middlesbrough. There's nothing there, but we had a fabulous time, and the people were, really nice. I think it's that same as here. Really, northern people are just friendly, aren't they? More friendly than down south. And they're the same. The northeast are lovely. They're just lovely people, and we tend to find that now, and doing this football vlogging, you just meet other fans from other clubs, and I think I've said to you before that everybody goes through the same sort of thing, really. We're all follow our local teams, and we follow England, and we go through the pain of both of those things, being a Blackpool fan, being an England fan, it's all garbage
Yeah, of
most
course
of the
it is.
time. And I mean, Burnley are having, good times, really are good times. You've had quite a few years now. So, make the most of it, because you never know when it ends. You never know when it's all going to come crashing down on you, and it can. It
It
can,
can.
but
It can.
hopefully,
One thing
you'll
I will
keep
say
going.
is, Lee, though, don't fear relegation. It can be a
No.
blessing in disguise. I mean,
Hmm.
I was
Yeah, look how good yours
panicking at
is.
the fact of coming down. The media were saying Burnley could drop again, due
Yeah,
to the finances and everything
of course.
else.
Yeah. Double dip. Well, we
So
could
yeah,
double
we
dip.
had we had that fear, but
Hmm.
look at the likes of teams like Leeds, Southampton, Leicester, who have had to go to League One to come back and rebuild. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but
No.
sometimes
No, you
it's a
never
chance for
know.
a
You
fresh
never
start.
know what's going to happen, and you can't, you can't see the future. So,
No, no.
we may well stay up. Things could just happen, and we could stay up. And
Do you think Mick will be there next
we're
year
not
to
that
to
far.
do that? If you
No,
do,
he's only come in on a 4-month contract anyway. They only signed him on a 4-month, just to see if he could keep us up, and whether he will or whether he won't, I don't know. But it's not looking good at the moment. But things can change, things can happen, and we're not that far away from safety if we could just put a run together. But the weeks keep going on, and we keep saying this, and it doesn't happen. We've played a couple. We played Reading, and they didn't look a great side, to be honest. We gave them a goal, straight away. Our mistake, passing it around the back and got dispossessed, and and then we're all over them second half for like 15 minutes, corner after corner. And the minute they got a break, they broke away on us, got a penalty, game over. And, there you go. And then they got a third, and we got a consolation. But they didn't look a great side. I mean, they just didn't look great. But we're just like create our own problems at the moment with, just shoddy play.
it's difficult as well,
it?
isn't it? Because yourselves, Wigan, Huddersfield, all on the same points. There's literally not that much in terms of the goal difference between yourselves
No,
and Huddersfield. There's only one in it.
we're all shit down there.
I mean,
Absolutely.
even if you do win this weekend, yes, you still remain in the bottom three, but then you'd be a point behind Cardiff, dependent on their result. I mean,
there's a chance,
it's
isn't there?
that business end of the season, isn't it?
It's not over till it's mathematically over, but it's not looking good. We've got bloody the Knobbers to face on the 1st of April of all the days. April frigging Fool's Days. So I'm not looking forward to that one. I'm not really looking forward to Saturday, if I'm being honest. But it's like I said, it's you wouldn't expect us to get anything from it. So hopefully they can just play with a bit more freedom and knowing that it's kind of a free hit. That's the only thing I'm hoping for. So
yeah, definitely. Nate says here he's a Leicester fan.
5-0.
He says probably going to binge watch your tourist guys, Lee. So.
Indeed. Anybody's watching it, we put a lot of effort into them. They're actually going to become, Jane is a writer, as you probably know, and she's writing a book now, but the Football Choice Guide is going to be the next book, which it's kind of writing itself as we're going along, because it's just going to be a guide to, for those people that basically like to make a weekend of it. And one of the things that Jane likes making the weekend of it is you actually have a good weekend, and the football is kind of, it's not the be all and end all of the weekend. So, so you can have a great
on a
weekend.
Coach, getting off, going on a stadium,
you've got great memories. We've done some, honestly, we've done some fantastic things. The London one was absolutely brilliant, where we go on the mail train, which is a train that runs, it's an underground that takes the mail around London, which you wouldn't even know it was there, would you? It was built in like 1916 or something. So you're on these little, things underneath, and they have like little miniature stations, like underground. Honestly, it's amazing. We've done all sorts. We went to Bristol. We did the Concorde Museum, which the Concorde wasn't quite as impressive as I thought, because it didn't have the nose down. Do you know when you walked in, James? Like, oh, they had the nose straight, but you thought they've had it down, wouldn't you, for the Concorde? Because it's not very iconic without, just being a straight nose. So, but anyway, it was still quite impressive. And Bournemouth was fantastic. That was like, if you get to play Bournemouth in the, somewhere around September time, it's just, honestly, it's like going abroad. You know what I mean? It's like being on a red hot, you know what I mean? It's fantastic. So we enjoyed that. Hull was amazing. Hull was really good. That's a great one. We went to. They have a big, massive aquarium called the Deep.
I never thought you'd say Hull was amazing, especially
Honestly,
when it got voted the
you've got to
scummiest
go.
place to live or something like
I know,
that.
but the Deep is but honestly, it's amazing. It's the best aquarium ever. Honestly, it is so good. You watch the video and you'll see how good the Deep is. Because where else have we been? Yeah, we went to Whitby last time we did Middlesbrough. We went to Whitby. Which was okay, but we thought this time we'd do Middlesbrough proper.
Yeah, of course.
It's just been some great ones. Nottingham was great. I got sentenced to be hung in the Justice Museum, and it's so we've had a good laugh with it. And this is all going to become a book, and then the video accompanies the book as well. So but that's all in the sort of plan, and in the end, you'll be able to just look on it. And if you go into these different places, the intention is to do like everywhere. You know what I mean? If we're going to Manchester will cover obviously quite a few clubs, wouldn't it? If we do a Manchester one, it would be City, United, and Oldham, and all that will be included in that, because but yeah, the only one. Well, we did do the football tourist guide to Preston, but it's not quite to Preston. I couldn't quite get myself round to doing Preston, so we did something a bit funny. So if you're gonna have a look at that one, it's quite
please tell me it's just the road leading out from Preston heading back to Blackpool.
I don't want to give it away really, but I'll just kind of give you the start to the video, because what I did, I went down to film the roundabout the M55, with the plaque saying that it's a bypass, obviously.
Yeah.
M55 is the bypass around Preston, and then we went to the bus station, obviously, because that's their most famous thing, this huge bus station. I went to the train station and just said, basically, don't get off at this cruddy old station, carry on down the road
in there and all,
and then I just take you all to Blackpool. We just have a weekend in Blackpool, you know what I mean? Which is where you want to be if you're playing Preston. You just want to go to Blackpool for the weekend, which most people do anyway. They don't stay in Preston. In fact, Preston actually having their on their tourism website that you can go and visit Blackpool Tower on their Preston website. So wow. Even they know there's not a lot in Preston, really. Nothing at all, is there?
Is the egg.
So it's a good one. It's a really good
Ben's in as well. He says, all right, mate, hope you two are well. I mean, from a Burnley perspective, I'm great. Lee, however,
no, not so great.
Nate says, I'm saving up to cross the Atlantic next year sometime, so I'll have to get the book to bring with me.
Yeah, well, it's in the process. It won't be out. Well, we've got to do we've got to do everywhere. So it's a big project,
Yeah,
it's a big project. We need Netflix to get involved with it. Really, that would be great. Get it on Netflix, and we'd be right.
That would. The missus is in as much as she's upstairs, but hi to yourself. And I'm sure I'll say hi to you when you come down to refill my brew cup. I'm getting my order in before you order me to do it. That is all. But not Lee. I mean, this game Saturday. I know we're going to talk about it.
No, we don't. We don't. What else? What else can we talk about? What are you watching on TV at the moment? We don't need to talk about this game at all.
Is there not an element of it though that you think we could get something out of this, thinking that Burnley are going to come here?
No. There's no element. There's no element at all. Trust me. It is. I've said it before. I've been a Blackpool fan for a long time, and my dad did say it as well. You'd be playing bottom of the league. You know what I mean? You're up near the top, trying to get in the playoffs or something, and you face, they come, don't they? Bloody Chesterfield or something, bottom of the freaking league, and you can't beat them. You just can't beat them. They beat you. They got out to 10 men. Everything goes wrong, and then they score in the last minute. And my dad had come out saying, bloody bottom of the league teams are hard to beat. You know what I mean? They're always hard to beat. And he'd say that. It was like a standard saying that you say in football, isn't it? Bottom of the league teams are a nightmare, but not us. We're just not that team that you expect to play. That's going to be like fighting for its life. It's going to be blocking, putting, just everything. Just dying.
So what's more scarier
pitch.
in Blackpool at the minute?
We
the
look like
terror
we're on a
or
Sunday stroll. pissing around, passing it around the back all the time in the world. Give them a goal. We're playing like we're like rabbits in headlights that have never played football in their life. We can't string two passes together. We just hoof it anywhere half the time. We just, we sky things up in the air from defense. We can't take a free kick. We can't say you can give Blackpool. I'll tell you now, you can foul us around the box. You can give corners away. Whatever you want to do, we are useless at set. I can't remember the last time we scored a free kick. We are garbage at free kicks. We're garbage at corners. We have one of our players is doing long throw-ins, but they're not long. Do you know what I mean? They're not long. Everybody else, if you have a long throw-in, it goes, doesn't it? Really dangerous, right to the middle.
Yeah, deep into the box.
Ours doesn't make it quite there. It just gets into the box. You know what I mean? It's not really a long throw. It's all utter garbage. So you can give us as many free kicks as you want. I'm sure every manager just say, "Oh, just foul them around the box," or again, they'll balloon it over the bar, or they'll hit the wall, or just.
So it's definitely more scarier at Bloomfield Road than it is at the Passage of Terror.
Expect the easiest game you've played this season when you come.
Really?
Have a laugh. Come in fancy dress and have a party at Bloomfield Road.
I was going to mention that. Lee.
Fancy dress party, celebrations. Get on the proseccos early in the morning. Get in the pubs. Get absolutely levered. Have a wonderful time. Hopefully it's sunny for you. You can all get a bit of a tan as well while you're there. You'll have a great time. Go out, do the pleasure beach, plan bring the wife, stay over, do the pleasure beach, have a party. It's honestly, you're gonna have the greatest time of your life. You'll never have an easier derby in your lives.
Colin says, I think he's doing a Warnock.
It's true though, honestly, we're garbage, we're utter dog shit is the word I want to use. Can I use that on here?
Yeah, of course you can. You can use whatever you want.
Dog poo. That's what we want.
You did say though, coming in fancy dress, make the most of it.
Yes.
Last time we played at Bloomfield Road in a league encounter was in April 2014 on the road to promotion. 1-0 win, a goal from Michael Cartley. I didn't have a ticket for that game. However, I did travel with the thousands of Burnley fans that dominated Blackpool Promenade. That I was in the Castle pub watching it. I came out for fish and chips next door at half time. I had them, and I just finished on the phone. I'd come off the phone to my mum, and because she was just making sure I was all right. And then I went back in the pub, and as I walked back in, Michael Cartley put the ball in the back of the net. There were smoke bombs going off in the flaming Castle pub. Right. At the end of the game, I've fallen off a snooker table. It's just it was pandemonium, but. Obviously, that game hung in the balance. It did give us one step into promotion, but we were counting on Derby losing. I think they were playing Cardiff or something like that night. And I remember watching, I think, the first half in Walkabout and then leaving for the last train home. But it were a good day out, I won't lie. However, a good stat for yourselves. During his time managing in English football and in the top 4 tiers of English football, in fact, Mick McCarthy has won 12 league matches against Burnley. He's only registered more wins against Derby and Charlton.
Right.
So there's an element of just maybe, but stats are there to be broken. Just saying.
I'm going to mention this now because this is really important. Jane probably don't. Well, you might know, but she does the Blackpool Fanzine. So
yeah, she does. Yeah.
She is the editor and puts the Blackpool Fanzine together, and she somehow managed to recruit me. To sell fanzine. So not only am I the videographer, but I'm now also a fanzine seller as well on the day. So last home game, well, I decided to make it a competition because I thought if she's gonna have me selling the damn things, I'm gonna beat her. So it was the last chance. It was last home game of the last fanzine. If there's one more, there's 5 in a year, and there's one more. We've just got it today. I've just gone and picked it up. So the new fanzine is out for the game. So that's something great, isn't it? And I'm gonna
of course it is.
But I need to beat her. I really do. I have to beat her. I've got to sell more fanzines than her. So Burnley fans, if you're watching this, or Blackpool fans, if you're watching this, find me, buy a fanzine off me, because I need to come out. Even if I don't win, if Blackpool don't win, I need to win against Jane. Do you understand?
Bragging rats.
It's important. Even if you lose 5-0, as long as I sell more fanzines than her, I'm going to be okay. So I'll be round the clubs. If you're Blackpool fans, I'll be in the Bloomfield pub. I'll be in the Bloomfield club again. I'll be in the Artfield club. I'll be in the Bloomfield club. Where else will I be going? I'll be outside the ground. I'll be everywhere. You know, I'm all in.
Like shit in a field, Lee.
I've got more tangerine
like
on me.
Shit in a field, pal. You're everywhere.
I'm everywhere. So Burnley fans, buy yourself a fanzine. The great stuff, great value. Just find me and don't buy one off Jane.
You heard him there. You heard Lee there. Don't buy a fanzine off Jane. Quote that. If there's ever a headline,
don't tell her.
A fanzine from Jane.
Don't
buy
say
it from Lee.
Don't mention it to her if you're passing. Don't say Lee has said I can't buy one off you, Lee. I can't buy one off
Although
him.
you could stick the knife in if you walk past and just say, I've heard Lee sold a few more than you today.
Yeah.
Just add a bit of that way.
Yes.
Just add a bit of fire in there.
All you need to say to her when you go past is I'm Team Lee. Team Lee. If you bought a fanzine off Lee. Okay, so there you go. So,
definitely.
So the new fanzine is going to be out for Saturday. So it's a great read. It's good.
It is. Yeah. It's one of them things. My uncle used to do the fanzines for Sheffield Wednesday. He used to do the Spitting Feathers, and obviously doesn't do it now. He's retired from it all, and he's give it all up his job. He's now living down in Penzance and living it up. But you know, they're a thing that you don't see a lot of clubs doing them anymore. You know, and I think it's good though that it's come from fans. It's not you know what the club are bringing out, which is pretty much
often propaganda
worded news that you've already seen throughout the week,
full of adverts, isn't it? Really, but you know the fanzine is you know, for people that don't know what a fanzine is, it's all articles by fans, you know, written by fans, stories you know that fans send in about, you know, all sorts of historic things, and it's there's a lot more to read in it than there is in a normal program. You know what I mean? It's all pretty much just what the manager says, and you know, a program is all about me, isn't it? For the club, you know, it's all about us. But a fanzine is all about, you know, you, the fans, and you know, So it's a really good read. It's very good, and she puts a lot of time and effort into it. It takes a lot of time for her to get it all together, collate it.
More reason to buy it from Lee.
She is a little love. She really is. She does work very hard. So I should really let her win, shouldn't I? I'm going to say, look, buy one off Jane.
Just one. Just one though.
So yes, I agree. Yes, stick with that. Tigger says yes. Say it's Jane. It's buy one off Jane.
Oh, Lee, really do appreciate it coming on. I understand, obviously, it's difficult circumstances with league position, etc., and things like that. But never say never. We know what the EFL's like. It's a treacherous league that brings up results that sometimes you can't even put your finger on.
Maybe we will be the coupon buster on Saturday.
Who knows?
I don't know. Shock the world. Shock like Rocky Balboa. Shock the world. Blackpool beat Burnley. It would be a miracle of biblical proportions.
You've come close before with that 3-3, so who's to say you can't go right? We'll go one better than that this time. Who knows? I mean, let people know where they can find you and your stuff.
You can find me at Lee at I'm on YouTube, Lee Charles TV, Blackpool fan channel. Subscribe as well, if you know, at sympathy subscribe. We're on Twitter at Lee Charles TV, and we're on Instagram at Lee Charles TV 2.
Hey, happy days. As I said, you can check out Lee's stuff via Instagram and Twitter and YouTube in the description of this video. So please do go show your support. Really do appreciate it. And as much as we say this is a rivalry, and I know that most Burnley fans want to win, I think a lot of them would rather see Blackpool stay up as well, more than the arseholes down the M65 doing out in the playoffs. Anyway, that aside, thanks again, Lee. Really do appreciate it. And if you, I've got one final question I do need to ask you.
Yes.
Score prediction.
3-0 to Blackpool.
Ooh, is that Tigger's choice of yours?
No, we'll go. We'll go. We might just get. What do you think? Because 1-0. Yeah, he reckons we could just maybe scab a 1-0 win, a 1-0 win, and then hang on for 85 minutes. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Who knows? Who knows? It's a funny old game, as they say. I'm not going to give mine, but I will give it at 9 p.m. Just over half an hour away. We will be doing our EFL prediction show and going through this week's games and predicting how it's going. And if you are anything like me, you should know by now, I am rock bottom of that. And I am, I'm not the best. I'm not the best at predictions, put it that way. Even my own other half is beating me in the predictions league, and she knows hardly anything about football. And she won it last year with the Premier League one as well. So, beginner's luck, I'd like to say. Either that or I'm just thick.
Women, I used to go and play my mate's house, Street Fighter 2. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Street Fighter 2. And we'd learned all the super moves, and we could do all these tricky, things to get, whatever, the Ryoken and all that sort of stuff. And honestly, his missus used to come in, and she just used to spin a finger around the buttons like that, just spin it round and round and round and round, and you couldn't beat her. It was impossible. She used to kick your ass, and she just spun a finger around. Oh, it's dead easy. This, you just spin your finger around. And we spent honestly months perfecting every special move. The games that went. Oh, it was unbelievable. So women can do it. They can do it. They can predict scores. They can. So it's no wonder you're getting your ass kicked week in, week out, Dan.
I know. Trust me, half of the time it's not even with the predictions. Callum says up the pool. Luke says very tough place to go is Bloomfield Road.
No, it's not. No,
no.
Get that out of your head right now. It is not a tough place to go. It is not. It's not. It used to be historically somewhere. No, it's not. At the moment, it's not tough.
I mean, Callum's same as you. He's saying 1-0. As well. And Nate's got a question. He says, Dan, do you think you'll have trouble keeping company as manager after all his success this season?
Well, not if you get in the Premier League, surely.
No.
Well,
I think he could potentially get poached. I just think that he's not really put a full stamp on this team yet. It's still a very young squad. It's still adapting to his way of thinking. It still needs tweaking. It's still not 100% a complete article. And there's a lot to do. We've already seen him been linked to the Belgian post when that came available. And he said, I'd love to be the manager of my nation at some point, but it's too early. It's not for me. I believe in the vision I've got at Burnley at the moment. And, that's what you want in a manager. A manager who's going to come in and not literally just go, oh, the next big club's come in, I'm off. Believes in the vision of what he can do. And it's like I said with Sean Dyche, he's gone to Everton. He's not going to have that freedom that he had at Burnley to be able to have an influence at a higher level. So these managers, sometimes, as much as the club is more prestigious, sometimes you are just a minority as a manager, and you could be shown the door as quick as you walk through it. So don't bite the hand that feeds you with managerial positions. It is a tough job, and I think company would stay. I do believe he would. But he has done really, really well. I think he even is surprised himself with how the team has performed this season so far. And let's just say the season's not over yet. I personally think that we've dropped off a little bit in the last few weeks. So whether we actually do put in a good performance, we'll see. We'll see. I just think we have dropped off. But you never know. We seem to keep still getting results even after dropping off, which
it's a funny old
sign
game.
Of a winning team.
It's a funny old game, Dan. Funny old game, isn't it? It's a funny old game.
It is. It certainly is.
Well, thanks for having me on.
I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Glad you could come on. As I say, I know how you've been feeling isn't the best. I'll try not to gloat come Saturday as well. I will be, as I couldn't get a ticket because within 9 minutes I couldn't get on it. So we are
sold
going
out.
to be doing a live watch along of the game as well. So please do tune in with us at 2:50, and we will go through the team lineup and get your predictions in the chat and go through the game as it happens. However, again, thanks to Lee. Please go check out Lee's socials in the video description. Thank you very much for watching. If you could, please do, as it says there, drop a like and subscribe. And if you think I'm annoying, then punch that bell, because certainly it'd be painful.
You are totally annoying.
I know, especially come Saturday, you'll be like, don't talk to me, don't message me, leave me alone. But please do show your support. Really do appreciate it, and go do the same for Lee. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back in just over half an hour with the prediction show. Join us then, and until then, take care and up the Clarets.